Hey you guys, this video is going to be on completing the square to write an equation in graphing form, and the two functions that we have worked with in doing this have been parabolas and then circles. So I'm going to do two examples of each. So 1 and 2 are examples with parabolas, and then 3 and 4 will be examples with circles. So with doing this, I just focus on these two terms and I ignore the constant for now. We did talk about in class where if you want to use some of these constants, if they're positive and you can use them, you can do that. Otherwise, you can just ignore it. And then balance out the problem in the end. So right now, looking at x squared minus 6x, I have one x squared piece, and then I have 6 total pieces, but I need to split them evenly because I'm trying to complete a square. So there would be -3 here and -3 here. So this way, this way. Okay, so here's x and x. This is -3, -3. So the dimensions of this square, if I were to fill in the whole thing, okay, so in orange would be the whole square filled in, but I don't have that. So this would be x minus 3 squared. Okay, because x minus 3 times x minus 3 is x minus 3 squared. Okay, now there would be 9 pieces that go here because 3 times 3 is 9. But again, I don't have those 9 pieces. Okay, so what I'm going to do to balance it is subtract them off. All right, and then since I was only working with these two terms, I just need to carry this down. So plus 10. And then just simplify. So y equals x minus 3 squared, and then -9 plus 10 is 1. Okay, so this would be our final answer. So the locator point would be 3, 1, all right, and the a value still matches the original a value. All right, second example. So the only thing different here with this second example is the fact that we have a 2 out front. All right, so all that means is I have to make 2 squares instead of the 1 square like I did up above. So I'm going to draw this out. So here's one x squared piece. Here's another x squared piece. Now total, I have 24 positive x pieces. So to split those evenly, 12 are going to have to go here and 12 are going to have to go here. But then I have to split those 12 evenly again to make squares. So this would be 6 and 6. And then over here, same thing. And you can either draw them all in like I did here, or you can just write like 6 and 6 if that helps you, okay? So again, the dimensions of these are x and 6, x and 6. So if we're talking about what is the area of the entire thing, well, that would be x plus 6 times x plus 6. So what I have right now is 2 squares that have the dimensions x plus 6 squared. But again, this is saying that I have the whole square filled in. So I have all of these unit pieces filled in. But again, I don't because all I used was the 2x squared pieces and the 24x pieces. So 6 times 6 is 36. Okay, so if I were to complete this, there would be 36 pieces there. However, they're not there. So I'm going to carry down this minus 11, okay, because I didn't do anything with that. And then I also have to subtract 36 and subtract 36, okay, because I did not have those pieces originally. So the pieces I had originally, I will outline in blue here. Okay, so these are all of the pieces that I started with. So I'm subtracting off the orange because I didn't have that up here. I didn't have those 36 pieces. So my final equation would be y equals 2 times x plus 6 squared, and then -11 minus 36 is -83. So this would be the graphing form for that one. Okay, so those were the two examples for the parabolas, and then I just want to do 2 examples with the circles. So the circles is really the same format. It's just you have to complete the square for the x's and the y's, and then you also have to just remember that our equation for a circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals the radius squared. And the reason I bring that up is because in our parabola examples, we just subtracted the constants on that same side. So like -9, and then in this one we did the -36, -36. But that's because these are y equals equations. So in the circle, we just have to remember to get all of the constants over to the other side so that it still matches our graphing form for a circle. Okay, so right now I'm going to focus here. I have x squared and I have 2x pieces. So here's x squared, and then there's 1x, and there's the second x. Okay, so the dimensions of that are x and 1. So this would be x plus 1 squared. Okay, now again, I don't have this one piece here. I don't have that unit piece, so I'm going to take it away. All right, now I'm going to focus on the y's. So I have a y squared piece and then -4. Well, if I have -4, I have to do -2 and -2. Okay, so plus, the dimensions of this are y minus 2, y minus 2. So y minus 2 squared. Again, I don't have these 4 pieces, right? Because -2 times -2 would be 4. I don't have those, so I'm going to take them away. And then I'm just going to carry down the +5 equals 0. So I'm pretty much done. It's just that I have to get these to the other side so that it matches that circle equation that I wrote up above. So my final answer would be x plus 1 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals, let's see here, so 1 plus 4 is 5, 5 minus 5 is 0. Okay, so this example was not great just because of the fact that this would be the radius and we're saying that the radius would be 0. So essentially it would just be a point, okay? But hopefully the process helped you to watch this and just see how to complete the square. This one should work out a little bit better. So number 4, same idea here. I don't have any numbers in front of the x squared and the y squared, so I know I'm working with a circle. So let's complete the square here. So let's see, I have an x squared piece and then -6. So -6 split in half would be 3 and 3, or -3 and -3. So I would have x minus 3 squared. If I actually filled this in, there would be 9 pieces there. But again, I didn't have those 9 pieces. This is all that I had. So -9. Plus, let's see, y squared. So y squared, and then I have 10 y pieces. So that's 5 and 5. Okay, so y plus 5 squared, okay, because it has to match this sign. Again, I don't have this filled in. There would be 25 there, but I don't have those, so I'm going to take them away. And then I'm just going to carry down equals 3. All right, again, last step is to get these to the other side. So add 9, add 25, add 25. All right, so final answer, x minus 3 squared plus y plus 5 squared equals, let's see here, 37, I believe. Okay, so this one worked out better because it thankfully doesn't have a radius of 0. So this one, the center would be 3, -5. The radius would be the square root of 37, whatever that comes out to be. Okay, this one, the center would have been -1, 2, and the radius would have been 0, which again doesn't really make sense. So it would just be that point. But again, hopefully it just kind of gives you the gist of how to do these.